Hi, I'm Brad.
I'm Kim.
And we're 626 Ohana, California.
Today we're going to be talking about Wilderness Lodge, Boulder Ridge, and Copper Creek Villas.
So we're going to go through all the three villas, which is Wilderness Lodge is one big resort. So we're going to give you our pros and cons and kind of a review of the whole resort overall.
And so we're going to put in tons of pictures and maybe a little video in there because we didn't start vlogging until after we've stayed there. We actually stayed there the trip before we started vlogging, so.
And we actually stayed there under our first DVC contract.
Yes. So we'll get into a lot. We're going to share a lot of personal pictures so you get an idea about what we're talking about in the pros and cons.
So please like, subscribe, and follow our Ohana for any tips and tricks we find along the way, as always.
Okay, so we're going to talk about the rooms that we've stayed in. So we stayed in the regular Wilderness Lodge rooms, in a bunk bedroom, a regular room, and then we stayed at Copper Creek Villas in a 2-bedroom villa.
Yeah, unfortunately, the only place we haven't stayed at is Boulder Ridge.
And really, we haven't done that because it's an older resort. It's okay, but to get an idea of the resort, towards the back of the property, away from the lake, is the buses. And right before you go into the main lobby of the Wilderness Lodge and where all the restaurants and everything is, there's kind of a little fork off road, and that's where Boulder Ridge is. So it's a little removed.
Yeah, and where Copper Creek, you go through a kind of a long tunnel maze, and we'll get more into that later.
Yeah.
So,
but that's why we haven't stayed at Boulder Ridge. But eventually we will. We actually want to stay at every property eventually. So we're going to start out with the bad because we always want to talk about the bad and we want to end up on a good footing, good note.
And let you know that this is one of our favorite properties to stay at. Mm-hmm. And so the cons list is actually quite small for us.
Okay, so we're going to start out with the DVC room. There's the living room, kitchen, dining room, and what happened when Wilderness Lodge decided to take those rooms into DVC, they took small rooms.
Yeah, they took 3 rooms. Mm-hmm. Basically, a 1-bedroom would be 2 rooms that were combined into one. And then the third, on some rooms, is another third room that they combined into it.
So the actual living room, kitchen, dining area, especially if you have somebody on that fold-out bed, all of a sudden is really small compared to other DVC resorts.
Yeah, unfortunately, it is a weird setup. The kitchen doesn't feel like it has a lot of space. It's really long.
It's not like your Animal Kingdom Lodge, a beach club.
Yeah, it doesn't have a traditional kitchen counter where it kind of goes across. It has just one long counter on one side. Yeah. And then the other thing...
It goes straight down. There's no like little nook or cranny. It's just... It's different. Yeah. It's really different. We'll put pictures in for you to see.
And then the other unfortunate thing is the living room area is actually really small with the bed folded out. And that actually ate into part of the dining area and the living area. So it took up a huge section. So you felt really cramped in that small area.
It did. But the rest of the room was great. We'll get to that later. And then the strange part for us was, and it makes some sense and it doesn't make sense, is the walk-in closet for DVC is in the second bedroom with 2... It's not in the master bedroom. It's in the other bedroom.
Yeah. So that was kind of odd. So you kind of lost a little bit of that storage area. Yeah. So that was kind of the only cons that we found there overall.
For the DVC room.
The DVC room. We'll talk more about the pros of that room.
Mm-hmm. Later when we get to that. So the regular rooms, first time we were upgraded to the bunk bedrooms and we were really excited.
And Hayden was ecstatic. He was like, "Oh, cool, bunk beds. That was so much fun."
And he was like 5, I think, at the time. So it was kind of it was a fun adventure for him.
Yeah, so once we got in those rooms, we thought, oh, we're going to be really neat and stuff.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, those rooms are really small.
There's not a lot of storage. And for one that does not pack lightly, no.
We ended up having to put luggage on the bottom bunk because we just did not have enough room in that room to stretch out. And for our luggage and everything, they're really small. And
in those rooms, the luggage does not fit underneath the bed like some of the newer rooms have.
Yeah.
So that was just kind of it felt more cramped in those rooms for sure.
No.
They're smaller.
But for kids, if you have 2 kids and they want their own bed,
it's nice.
That's the pro there.
Yeah.
But other than that, for your space-wise, you're going to be losing a lot of space. Then we have also stayed in twice we stayed in a regular room with 2 queens.
Yeah, they were nicer. They felt for some reason they felt bigger, and I don't know why.
Yeah, they did feel a little bit bigger. I don't know, and I agree with Kim. They felt bigger, But again, those rooms are still small.
So that overall, that is a drawback if you're looking for space or you don't pack lightly like I do.
Yeah.
I tend to take the kitchen sink.
Kitchen sink. You take the bath sink too.
Maybe.
So yeah, those rooms are smaller. So it's something to be aware of if you're staying in regular rooms. This is part of the reason we do love DVC is that we do get a little bit more room.
Okay. So in general, almost everything else on our list has to do with transportation.
Yes.
There is, except for maybe Boulder Ridge, I think theirs is shorter, but for Copper Creek Villas and Wilderness Lodge, there is a long walk to the boats, or to the bus, sorry, and potentially the boats.
Yeah, depending where you're at in the resort. So Copper Creek is farther off to one side of Wilderness Lodge, so you can't have that longer
Copper Creek is closer to the buses and farther away from the boats. And Wilderness Lodge closer to the boats, further away from the bus.
But either way, you do have a long walk to go to. And talking to the boats, unfortunately, the boats are not covered when you're trying to get to that walk. So you have
the walkway to the boats.
So if it's raining, you're going to get wet.
And one of the things is sometimes, depending where your room is, sometimes those boats can be loud. You can hear the horn.
Oh yes, especially if you're in the interior rooms. What I mean, the interior rooms where you're overlooking the pool, the geyser. It just seems to echo in that area.
Yeah, I definitely bring wax earplugs to sleep in when we stay there. Okay, so another problem is there can be long waits because there's only the buses and the boats. Yes. And especially more so it feels like with the boats, when they're running smaller capacity boats, because there's two sizes
there's two sizes of boats, and so the big boats usually not a problem. You can get on. There's not usually a long wait, and they use those during the more busy times.
Yes.
Unfortunately, we tend to be a little bit off hour a little bit.
Yeah, we stay on West Coast time when we go to Walt Disney World.
So that usually means we have the smaller boats, but we also still have a lot of people. So if that boat's filled,
you got to wait till
the next one. And so sometimes you can have that longer wait at the boats. Right. And the buses, as we all know with Disney transportation, sometimes it's hit and miss about the times you get. Okay, so we have the regular bus schedule. So sometimes you know the feeling. You run up to the bus
and it's just pulled away and you like, just miss it.
So
we're really good at that. Okay. We've got horrible timing. And the other thing is with the boats, just to go on that, if you're on the dock and the captain has already put the rope up, even if they haven't taken the boat away from the dock, they are not going to wait for you. Do not run in that Florida heat because you're wasting your time.
Yeah, they will not let you on, and once those ropes are up, they're locking everything up, and that's just for safety reasons.
It is, but it's a little frustrating when you're like almost right there, and they're like, and they just watch you as they walk by. But oh well, that's a small.
So the other negative is, or con, sorry, the other con would be this is not a monorail resort, and we come to love the monorail. It's for convenience factor, but.
It's one of the two only resorts for Magic Kingdom that does not have a monorail resort. It's the only DVC Magic Kingdom resort that doesn't have a monorail.
Yeah, so
we're okay with that, but it is some people you'll want to know that's not a monorail resort.
Yeah, and sometimes that monorail does come very convenient.
It's kind of nice. We've stayed at the Poly, other places. We really love the monorail. So,
and then our last negative is it's a long walk to Roaring Fork.
It can be, especially the Copper Creek, Boulder Ridge. That's a long walk. Wilderness Lodge, it depends where you're staying.
Yeah. So if you're staying on Copper Creek, if you're walking, it'd be the right side if you're coming through the front doors.
Yeah, the immediate rooms and elevator by the front desk, that's the Copper Creek side of things. If you go more towards a Storybook Dining with Snow White and Whispering Canyon Cafe, that side of the resort, that's where the Wilderness Lodge rooms are.
Yeah, so they can be a long walk from those, but even the other side, you can have still a long walk to Roaring Forks because you have to go down a long hallway. It's a little bit of a walk.
It's not bad. It's not an Animal Kingdom Lodge walk by any means because some of those rooms really get out there.
And just to warn you, the interior dining in there's not a whole lot of seats. We usually haven't had a problem, but they're still...
at Roaring Forks, but they do have patio seating too. But, some of us... We go there to get out of the humidity and sun for a little bit. And that's our kind of little break time. And, sometimes we all need a little break from the sunshine.
Okay, enough of the negatives.
Yes. Like we said, we love Wilderness Lodge, Copper Creek Villas. And there is so much about this resort that is just so unique.
Yeah, so let's start with our pros. DVC, we said it before, storage.
Yeah, we're going to put a ton of pictures in right now of the rooms for DVC, our 2-bedroom that we stayed in.
And that's at Copper Creek.
Yeah, Copper Creek Villas. So I guess we should say that the storage in Copper Creek Villas is what we're referring to because we don't know about Boulder Ridge.
Yeah. Even though in our 2-bedroom, the main walk-in closet was in the 2nd bedroom, our main bedroom had a huge, what's it called?
It had like an armoire, like a wardrobe armoire kind of thing. And that was
great.
nice.
It was really nice. We had a lot of storage space in there. We could put our luggage in there and everything.
And
put
hang
away.
up stuff.
Yeah, everything was out of the way, which was great.
Yes. Honestly, we loved the bathrooms in the 2-bedroom, the master bathroom. Even my mom's bathroom when she stayed in the 2nd bathroom was really nice. But the main bathroom,
it was big enough that with 3 of us using it, we didn't ever have a problem that we had different areas to get ready.
Okay, so they have the toilet and a sink and an area
shower.
and a shower. And then they have a second door that shuts. And then they have a huge, beautiful bathtub. I went to Basin and I went and I used that tub. I'm going to tell you, it was nice to have. And plus they have a really beautiful stained glass window right next to the tub that's kind of like a geode. Does it look like?
I can't remember.
Okay, to me it reminded me of a geode in a way, the inner pattern. And then they had their sink. So Brad and Hayden could get ready in one bathroom and I could spread out and get ready. And I know, sorry, I'm a woman. I take a little bit more time and I need my space. And I had it there.
And then the other pro is with the DVC rooms that we've had there is the entryway.
Yeah, that's really nice at Copper Creek Villas.
So where you lose on the kitchen and the dining area, you gain in the storage area where the walk-in entryway, you have a lot of room.
It reminds me of like almost like a wet room or like a mud room in a way because they had a place, they had hooks to hang up like your backpacks or purses and things like that. Places to put your shoes, like the little cubby holes and stuff. And we could put our day stuff for the parks over there and keep it out of the way, but organized so we could just grab and go in the morning, which was really nice.
Yeah, and it gave you a ton of room to actually do laundry too.
Yeah, and it was great laundry. So they did a really nice entryway there.
Yeah, so that was
different.
So the DVC rooms obviously have a lot more pros than the regular rooms that we've stayed at before.
And of course, there's one very special kind of DVC room at Copper Creek Villas, and that's the cabins.
Yeah, someday.
I toured one once. It's on our bucket list to stay. It is gorgeous. It has oh my goodness, I can go on and on and on how beautiful the master bathroom is. It is gorgeous. And then they have the living room, which has got like an indoor fireplace for effect that's beautiful, and it's very cabin-like.
Yeah, doesn't the indoor fireplace actually go to the outdoor?
Yeah,
so not outdoor, but
it's like a covered patio.
That has also
it has a little mini hot tub. So it's after a day in the park and you're sore. And the great thing about that hot tub is it has a safety gate for kids. So that's a really nice bonus to make sure you don't have to sit there and worry like, oh my goodness, is my toddler going to run over this hot tub? No, there's a safety gate there. Disney is really pro safety.
Yeah. So someday, maybe.
Yeah, so we do, and actually from that cabin, I'm going to jump ahead and say from Wilderness Lodge, Copper Creek Villas, Boulder Ridge, you could see the electrical water pageant. So if you were in those cabins, you could sit in that hot tub after a day in the park and watch that go by you.
I would caution though, because I think some of them might be a little too far down.
Okay, there are some that are. Yeah. Okay, so you'd have to really maybe make a room request on that one.
So talking of boats now.
Yes. We actually love them.
Yeah, we love taking the boats. For us, it's really relaxing. You get to see a lot of the park. You don't have the bus sound, I guess is the way to put it.
To me, that after either on the way to Magic Kingdom or back, it almost seems like a ride in a way because it's so scenic, so beautiful, and it doesn't seem like transportation. It's just really, and it's a direct from Wilderness Lodge over to over to Magic Kingdom. They have another boat over to the Fort Wilderness. And another one that goes to the Contemporary. So
they're just great waiting around. Even though it's a hot, humid day, you still get the breeze going and it feels good.
Yeah, we've had a lot of, it's just beautiful. And it's just really a different way to come into the parks.
And then as far as using the buses, and this could change. It has in the past, but right now the bus stops are all, you're not sharing with other resort.
The buses are not shared. It's only for Wilderness Lodge, Copper Creek, Boulder Ridge. So it's not sharing it with the Fort Wilderness Resort or like the Poly and the Grand Floridian share a bus. Swan and Dolphin Yacht Club and Beach Club all share a bus. So you're not having to stop somewhere else and share.
And that, again, that could change, but it's something right now that...
It makes that resort really nice. I really appreciate that. And then you're not wondering, oh, is it full? Or, has it gone to another resort full first and we're just going to be full? It makes it seem less busy.
And then the other thing is the theming of the resort is just absolutely awesome.
It's really relaxing. It's very woodsy, cabiny, but elegantly done.
Yeah, and it's very easy to go, just to sit in the lobby and relax. I mean, really, to me, being from Montana and kind of the Pacific Northwest, it gives me a feeling of home, and it really reminds me of the Grand Lodges like at Yellowstone National Park. It has that smell to it.
Yeah.
It just, and the fireplace, we've sat at the fireplace on a cold day before.
And Brad likes to go over there when I go to the gift shop or the pin little cart there.
Everybody needs to relax when she goes to the pin cart.
Yeah, but it's just the theming ties in. Even the pools, the regular resort theme pool is very natural looking. They've got the Old Faithful geyser that erupts and goes off. Okay, so they have these pools that are themed, and the main pool has a slide that's gorgeous. It's just a really nice, just everything ties in together, but it doesn't seem busy, even though there's the 3 resorts kind of in one. We've been to other DVC resorts, and they felt busy.
This is just such a large open area and never really truly feels busy inside.
No, even when it's been very busy in the parks and longer waits than usual, I don't feel that busy time at the resort. And, it's just a really nice, I don't know, I feel like we get away. Like, we've been in the parks and we've been running around, and then you get back and it's like, okay, this is the peaceful part, which is nice. And Brad brought up the scent. A lot of the Disney resorts have special scents in the lobbies, which is nice. I even went as far as going to buy scented wax melts from a candle company of the Wilderness Lodge lobby smell.
And it's hard to explain the exact, it's like a woodiness. It doesn't have a whole big pine smell to it, but
undertones.
Very low, but it definitely has a distinctive smell. And again, like I said, it does remind me of Yellowstone Lodge.
We really enjoy the scents. We can, we've enjoyed it at home too when we've bought that. So right off the lobby is one of my favorite places.
Yeah, the gift shop.
Gift shop. Okay, so the kind of cool thing is there's almost like a Disney totem pole outside. And every time we go either to visit or stay there, we take a picture of Hayden up there. So it's kind of become our like Hayden growth chart. But we'll put a picture in here for that.
Yeah, so the gift shop is a fairly large gift shop. It's nice.
Got tons of stuff.
I wouldn't say it's the biggest gift shop.
No, but I don't know. There's just something about the stuff they have there that I really enjoy. Very campsy, very woodsy. They have the Wilderness Lodge theme items and more of the Copper Creek Villas items and DVC items. Yeah, DVC resort stores have some special DVC items. So that's always fun.
And then, of course, we have to talk about the restaurants.
Right, because where do you eat when you stay if you're not cooking in your DVC room?
So one of the places that I've eaten, Kim and I have both eaten, is Whispering Canyon Cafe. Of course, you've probably heard of it because of the ketchup.
Ketchup.
Yeah, you're afraid to ask for it.
Brad is. Hayden thinks it's like the funnest thing in the world when you say ketchup and they make you play a game. And we won't ruin it for anybody. But it's loud, it's fun.
Yeah, they have toned it down in the past couple of years, so to make people feel more comfortable. Yes. And the truth is that we've been there before, and I was really sick, and I decided I can't go to the parks because I didn't want to get anybody else sick, and Kim joined me the next day, of course.
He shared.
But a few times that we did go down there and have dinner, they were very considerate, polite, and made sure we're off to the side, and they said, don't be afraid to ask for ketchup. They understood that we were not feeling well. And that they weren't going to have us join into their catch-up games.
So, once again, Disney customer service is always fantastic for the most part, and they do really nice things like that. But they have some fun games, pictures. They also have some really huge portions. They have a family size portion, or no, all you can eat portion sizes for like breakfast or lunch or dinner. And they're massive. I couldn't eat it if I tried to eat all that. And you could order it per person. Not the whole table has to get it. So that's kind of nice too. Which is because some places when it's all you can eat, either everybody does it or nobody does it.
So another place they have is Storybook Dining with Snow White at Artist Point.
Correct. They didn't, whew, that's a mouthful.
Yeah, try saying that 5 times fast.
They've recently, obviously, like in the last, was a year and a half when they've opened it. And they redid the inside and they made it look like trees with twinkling lights, and it's gorgeous inside.
Yeah, I like the theming of the restaurant. Unfortunately, I miss the old Artist Point.
Brad and my mom liked the food there better at Artist Point before. I liked the food, and so did Hayden at Artist Point, but we liked the Storybook Dining with Snow White at Artist Point. We like the new character.
And don't get me wrong, it's a lot of fun. I just miss the food selection, I should say, be more clear on that they used to have compared to now.
They have a smaller food selection to keep up with the amount of people that go through there.
Yeah, and it's packed.
Sorry. It's packed. So it is really it's a lot of fun. The characters are just amazing, and there's photo ops. It's great for kids. We went with my brother and sister-in-law and my nieces and nephews, and all the kids had a blast. The adults had a good time with the characters. It was just overall an amazing dining. I loved it. I prefer it.
Yeah, so there you go.
Two different. Brad and I are yin and yang sometimes, so it's interesting to see 2 points of view from us.
So overall, it is a great dining experience. And watch our review. We'll link it down below.
Yeah, I'll link that down below for sure. And then next we have Roaring Forks.
Yeah, and this is the quick service.
Yes.
And what's great about it is a smaller kind of area, but it doesn't feel small. I guess that's the way to put it. Is that the right way?
It's the only place on property you can get that special campfire cupcake, which is really good.
Yeah, it's a neat place. It's quick to go. It's nice to go in and out of there. Like we said before, it is a long ways that way, but it is worth the walk.
It is. They have really good food. The grill. It's peaceful and it's nice to look at.
Yeah, it really doesn't. I guess the food doesn't taste like a quick service to me every time we eat in there. So
I like it a lot.
Maybe we've been really lucky, but every time we've had good food there.
And then you can also take that food outside to the pool area. So if you have kids and want to swim and you want a nicer than what's just like at the pool bar kind of thing, then that's a great thing to do too.
Yeah. And talking about the pool area, we also got to talk about the new area that when they did Copper Creek is the Geyser Point Bar and Grill.
Which is it's a fabulous place to watch that electrical water pageant at night. Sit down, have something to drink, relax with your family, have some almost bar kind of food, or desserts.
It's going to be more like appetizers and stuff like that. But the appetizers we've had there, they're really good. It's a really relaxing atmosphere.
It is.
And the good thing about it is they do have heaters for winter. And they had them turned on for us one winter when we went because it was so cold out.
Okay, we had 2 layers of blankets as we were watching the electrical water pageant in January when Copper Creek Villas first opened. We literally I had a knit hat, gloves, 2 layers of blankets, and still freezing underneath there.
But they do have heaters, and I was fine with the coat on.
That's Brad. Yeah. He handles it better than I do.
But during the summertime, it is really not that hot in there at night when you're watching either. And you got a nice cold drink, refreshing drink of your choice.
Yeah, and it's just pretty. It's a gorgeous spot to watch. And if you can get a nice table and it's just relaxing, and overall, it was a really great idea that they did for the resort.
Yeah, and it's just not even for watching the parade, just go out there and sit down. And
after a day in the park, so you're just like, you know what, let's just call it an early evening. Let's just chill out and relax.
And another thing to be aware of is because we're talking about the quick service, if you're on the Disney dining plan.
Well, and you can also buy the mugs.
Yeah, you have the mugs. They actually have a refill station there for your mugs. So it's actually closer for Copper Creek to be able to go down there.
To the Geyser Point.
And get it. Yeah. But bad thing is, it is not covered.
No, so if there's rain, you're going to get it.
And talking covered, and I just remembered we forgot to say something.
Oh, okay.
The buses. When we were talking about the bus areas, your area when you walk from the main doors of the Wilderness Lodge to the buses is a covered walk, which
Yeah.
is awesome. As we all know, Florida, rain.
Yeah, there's
Can
the
happen.
afternoon rain showers a lot of times, so you're covered when you're walking.
So with that, I think we've covered all our pros and cons.
Yeah, this is a resort that we could go to over and over and feel at home.
Yeah, we love this resort. I could walk in there, and again, this is why we almost bought Copper Creek DVCs,
Yes.
because how comfortable we feel there.
Yeah. The only thing that probably is we want to pay off our other contract, and second of all, we still want to check out Reflections.
Yeah, there's something special to us too, also with Fort Wilderness, because we love going over there,
Yeah.
and which, of course, Wilderness Lodge is right next to.
Right. So that would kind of be like the best of both worlds. So we'll have to see what that's like.
Yeah.
Really, the cons are such a small for us.
Yeah, this is a definite recommended resort.
Yes.
And for us, at least for us, what we found out, but for other people who have gone there, and we've heard the same comments, that it's just
Yeah.
relaxing. It's a great resort to stay at.
Yeah. So, and like I said, unless you were going to cook, if you're going to cook, then maybe it wouldn't. If you do more DVC cooking, then I would take a closer look at the kitchen
Yeah,
to
the
see if
kitchen-
it meets your needs.
I think you can make it work.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, I just think it's
Yeah.
not the best design that I've seen from Disney for as the other resorts.
Yeah, if you get those 8 people in, that's a max into that DVC 2-bedroom, or the 4 for a 1-bedroom, you're really going to be cramped.
Yeah. And so,
So if you're not maxing out those DVC rooms, then you've got a little more space.
with that, I think we're going to end our review and say definite. Go if you want to stay at Wilderness Lodge and you have any questions about it. Please comment down below. We'll be
Yes.
more than happy to answer them the best we can. But it is a definite recommend from us.
All right, so we're going to say goodbye and
Find your magic. Bye, everybody.
Bye.